you, Christina is just a friend.
That, what was that? She was like a Gucci bucket hat or something, or a Fendi bucket hat.
Just look over.
Hey.
You say she's just a friend.
No, I've not met Christina.
So why is it so comfortable to message you and call your friend?
Oh, baby,
and then why are you not comfortable
you
to answer the phone calls in front of me?
keep on talking to Christina.
I
1 a.m. in the morning.
Answer the phone calls.
Okay, everybody, we are back. It is Kegz and the Bae again here for Bae Reacts. Bae Reacts. Da, 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 dee. That's the song I'm going with. So
You're not even gonna let me like chime in and add a little bit of like doo-doo-doo.
okay,
Oh,
ready.
okay,
I'll do it again. 1, 2, 3. Bae Reacts. Bae Reacts.
Bae
That's
Reacts.
the Bae, and that's Kegz, and they're reacting. Was that was pretty good. Okay, anyways. So for this video, again, it's just chill. I'm gonna be doing my hair. We're gonna be reacting. And yeah. David, you're the recap man. Recap the people.
This video is 50 minutes long, and I really want to see how much of your hair
50?
you get done. Yes, 50. So maybe we have to do this in like 2 parts or something. I don't know what you want to do, but this is gonna be a long video.
We'll
Maybe
watch
just-
it.
Maybe
Is
just watch it with like no pausing or something, or like very, very little pausing.
Yeah, no pausing. We'll talk over it, and if it's like
Alright.
like something we have to talk about, we have to talk about it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Cool.
Fair,
Yeah.
fair.
So I'm curious to see how much of your hair you actually get done during this episode.
I'm just gonna do some big braids. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know what I'm
Alright,
doing.
cool.
Making it up. I hope it looks cute.
It should. Hopefully it does. We'll see at the end of the episode. We'll see. But anyway, a recap. I don't even remember what happened last episode. Like, essentially.
Okay, go.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, actually, episode 4. Go ahead, Miss Kegz. React to this, please.
Jamal and Deborah got very catty at the end, and he basically told her, is it Deborah? I don't know. And then he basically, and basically told her, yo, I like your sister. And she's like, what? Well, guess what? I have a fans account, an OnlyFans account. And he's like, with his eye, like that. That's my recap. And then with Chioma and what's his face? Paul. They're basically
Mr.
talking. Was this the episode where they were talking about, oh, she cooks all these fatty Nigerian foods? Yes, it was the episode.
Yep.
And then she's like, well, he doesn't want to eat the foods. And then he revealed to us that he was fat before. So I could sort of like sympathize. I'm like, okay, he's just watching his weight. But on the low, he doesn't like Chioma's weight because that probably represents his internal struggle, and him seeing Chioma being overweight is a problem for him. But then Chioma dropped a whole bomb and was like, yo, we don't even have sex. And then he was like, you really gonna talk about me like that in these streets? And she's like, yes, you don't touch me. And then he's like, well, she's basically beg. She definitely has a high sex drive. And then all this stuff. That was my recap.
Yeah, and just to add on to that, essentially, I remember what happened now all of a sudden. Yes, but just to add on to that. So, Chioma essentially, she loves dropping these really big bombshells every episode. So she dropped the bombshell that apparently they don't have sex anymore. And then for like 10 minutes, I'm trying to figure out why this is happening. So the therapist, Denise, is it Denise? Is that her name? I think so,
Denise.
Yeah, I was trying to get to the root of why Paul doesn't want to have sex with his fiancée/girlfriend anymore. And the episode essentially ended with Paul alluding to the fact that it might be because of her weight that he no longer wants to engage in bedroom activity with her. And then she stormed out. Very similar to what he did in like episode 2. So I believe that now it's like maybe like a different day of filming. I believe now we're in a different day of filming. Everyone's changed outfits, and we're gonna have even more drama. I can't wait. Let's go. Again, disclaimer: we're just gonna be speaking over the conversation for the most part. If anything big happens, then we'll pause. Okay, wait. Now, Paul's actually looking nice now. I like that. That's true. And actually wear that.
I have
Wait,
no
why
idea
you
what
wanna
that's
be
about.
tepid?
That's not normal to me. But obviously, I'll blame the therapy because as I knew,
You heard
this whole
that right.
therapy thing
Apparently
was full of
Chioma hasn't
crap
come home.
anyway. But at the same time, you know, coming here today, I'm here alone, but
Oh, snap.
I do hope that she turns up. We'll just have to see.
Okay, she did turn up.
Why are they all wearing black? Whose funeral is this?
Well, I went home.
Their relationship.
On my way home, I
Damn.
don't think there was no remorse.
Ooh.
And I kind of just deeped that he doesn't rape me.
Yo,
I don't really
she
feel like
deeped
this
it.
love there. Why am I actually fighting for this
Deeping essentially means that she,
And I'm
I
doing
guess,
it alone.
figured out,
So, yeah,
like
I
deeply
went home,
analyzed
packed
something.
my stuff, and went to my sisters.
I kind of put it together,
I
babe.
just didn't feel like I needed to be in the same space.
I need to translate. For just to make sure we're on the same page.
You had a good
So-
week?
Oh God.
Is that a trick question?
Oh.
Oh my
Just
God!
wondering how your week's been.
Paul being Paul.
How do you think?
Oh snap.
Presumably, the successful man that I met last week had a very successful week.
Oh, that's Choma. I wonder who's been making his food
Jeez,
and his meal prep. Hopefully she asked him that over the last week or so.
Sorry about that.
I'm so happy.
Okay, did you manage to fill in
Do you think Choma went to the gym over the last week?
questionnaires I gave you to
No,
go
David,
home with
shh,
it, the homework
listen.
I gave you last
Oh.
week.
I did, yeah.
And what about you, Paul?
I did.
Great.
I forgot what she told him to do.
There seems to be a little bit of angst between the two of you. Did you spend any time together last week, you know, working on what we were talking about? Sorry.
You can cut the tension with a knife.
I'm here listening.
Maybe I'm reading this wrong.
Okay.
I have to get the stuff from my
You
hair.
have spent time together over the last week.
I've been at my sister's.
Oh, really?
Mm.
And what was the reason for that?
To be honest, I just feel like maybe the last session didn't go
I know
as
that Denise
I
is an
wanted
actor,
it to.
but like
It
sometimes
was
she's
giving
just
bad vibes, and
being
there's
forced to
just a
be
few
messy.
things that I think I've kind of reached.
She's like, oh really? You're not
breaking point.
there anymore. What happened?
We're here for a reason, and if this doesn't work, then I have nothing else to kind of fall back on. So for me, it was I had to. I couldn't go back home now.
Okay.
Ouch.
And how did that make you feel, Paul?
Well, to be fair, I feel like it was her idea to come here. When I'm upset, she complains that I storm off and have a tantrum, throw my toys out the pram, if you like. But that's kind of what she just done.
Okay.
I didn't do that. I mean, I didn't storm off. I don't remember, but I don't think I stormed off.
So what
Uh-oh.
actually happened?
She's not being accountable.
Come home.
here.
She didn't come home. That's what happened.
Okay.
I need
You
a
heard that,
peace.
right?
I think sometimes
Yeah.
Oh,
I would
wait.
rather choose
Okay.
peace over war, you know? I still came today, so, you know.
That's like
it
me,
says a lot,
though.
doesn't it?
War.
I need
that's
time
a strong
before
word,
I
you know.
talk, or else I'm gonna
Interesting,
say things
actually.
I
Why
regret.
did you use the word war?
But then she complains that he does
it's
the
a
same
constant
thing. He
battle
walks
at
away
home, isn't it?
from fights. Or
For
storms
me,
off, sorry.
he
And now she's done the
doesn't-
same thing. Again, that's not
Simply
fair.
doesn't listen.
That's hypocritical.
So if I'm complaining about something and he's not listening,
Okay. So we're going back to that. Are you both on the same page?
I would like to move forward, but clearly Paul doesn't want to.
Do you want to move forward, Paul?
Of course, I'm here. I got here before you.
You think if he was a fitness trainer, you
More
think
than
maybe
you
he'd be
do.
like trying to like give her some
I
tips?
definitely
Maybe taking
need
her
an
on as like a
apology
free
from
client?
Summer, because at the end of the day, she hasn't been home. She's not responding to the messages, not responding to the calls, but she's posting on social media. It's a very, very big disrespect, and I need a very big apology because she's taking the piss.
Why don't we
need
find out how
apology.
the exercise went that I sent you home with?
was taking the
in
piss, you
answer
know?
to the question, what is it, the 5 things that you have done for each other over recent weeks?
You can go first.
Oh, well, the answer is
Okay.
nothing.
Who would like to go first?
I made him food. I made him greasy Nigerian.
I don't mind which one of you goes first.
That's not, I'm a gentleman. Ladies first.
And I'm
I wanna
telling you
hear
to
what
go
she did.
first.
Nice.
Would you recommend that she should tell me what to do, or should we?
So you're doing this again?
No. I'm just asking because obviously you haven't been home in a week. You haven't really said what's going on. You haven't apologized. So
Okay. So what was it again?
The 5 things that you appreciate about each other.
Oh, appreciate, not have done. Okay.
Well, I appreciate the fact that Paul is my protector.
Ooh.
He's also a good provider and a good leader.
High value man. High value.
He is family orientated. He has his head screwed on, of course, and he can be occasionally. Let's just say when we started dating, he was very caring and loving, and I love that about
When he
him.
was chunkier.
I love that he can be like that. I don't really understand what's changed, but
He had more love to give when he was chunkier.
He's such a lovely person, and like, I know this isn't him. So I'm trying to fight for the Paul I knew.
But people grow apart, you know.
I don't want to just give up.
It.
Okay, and Paul, 5 things you appreciate.
Well, then she definitely shouldn't get married.
Okay.
If that's the case.
I could name a million.
Almost cut my ear.
You know, to answer your question.
Sorry.
I feel like Choma is she's like a best friend to me. When we first started dating, literally, we'll do everything together. Like we used to finish each other's sentences.
Sounds like
Do you
us.
understand? And you know, apart from that, one of the reasons which she's actually mentioned why I fell in love with her.
It does.
Food. Like, obviously, no, I don't, because my diet's changed, fair enough. But at the same time, in terms of like on a day that I would want a cheat meal, or you know, in terms of food tasting nice, my girlfriend, best, hands down, right? I'd say that she's very caring, she's very considerate, she's very loving, she's very driven, she's very passionate. And I feel like, you know, she motivates me.
I'm just listening because this is the nicest you've been for the ride, isn't it?
No, you've never asked me.
Okay, well, let's not ruin it.
Sometimes when you say nice stuff for like a year, you just stop saying nice things.
And I told you, never stop, because I always say stuff, and words of affirmation mean so much to me.
She tries for me. She's been there.
I guess, yeah. Learn your others like love language. I guess Google them. Okay, see, now that's a good transition. I must say the conversation was a little bit like.
David, would you wear that jacket?
NRP's been it's been interesting.
Why not?
Going by yourself is one thing.
I'll buy it.
Going with your partner.
Wait, what?
Total different experience.
That's right.
By the way,
I'm a high value woman.
Honestly,
my girlfriend is my stylist.
I'm on time as well, so.
The first session, I wasn't too happy with it, especially with the.
But aside from that,
but I'm hoping
I like that they have improved the transitions, because it made sense now that we're going from Paul and Choma now to Deborah and Jamel.
So everything's been pretty calm, has it? I mean, I guess we're still working through, you know, the things that we discussed previously, but yeah.
What things? Clubhouse
move forward, I guess.
and OnlyFans and
Moving forward,
Afro Nation.
You want to like talk about initially today, Jamal? It would be quite nice if you started the proceedings off today.
Yeah, most certainly. I feel like this session is definitely needed. Even though we've had a great week, but I feel like there's still bits and bobs that need to kind of be ironed out in our relationship.
Anything in particular?
I'm getting to a point where I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired of her just popping up on me just randomly. And where I'm saying popping up on me, I'm talking about in my studio. At my mom's house, even at my friend's
He's
house,
an artist.
Okay, we get it. You got my location. I've given you my location.
I
that
think
should be enough to satisfy your curiosity and your anxiety. That should be enough.
He's talking about the fitness studio.
Should be enough for you to just trust me, really and truly. But
does he have a studio? I thought he was like going to. I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know what any of these people do.
Maybe.
Popping up at your friend's house.
Yeah, popping up.
I wouldn't necessarily call it popping up, Denise. I think, you know, I'm interested in what Jamel does on a daily. And
what do you do on a daily? How you got time to post what he's doing?
Of visiting and checking in.
You got a job?
So you just okay. I question that. I question your intentions behind that, if I'm going to be honest. I feel like it comes in just being a bit invasive and just...
If I was Paul, I'd troll her. I'd give her a false address.
I think...
Then she'll be even more suspicious.
Maybe
I'll be like, babes, I was there, but you missed me, innit?
Jamel is not particularly
I left 4
trustworthy,
minutes
and this is
ago.
obviously something that
I'm
we've
heading
been
over here
discussing
now.
throughout the session, and it's something that we have to work on as a couple. For me personally, I'm not the type of person that just sits down.
Because personally, I wouldn't. I find that irritating if
I'm
like
definitely
someone
going to
just
chase.
popping
I'm
off
definitely going to look up
at like random
and search
locations
and find out what's going
with the
on. And that's why
intention
you
that they're
find
trying to
me
like
popping
search
up,
you and
'cause I
make sure you're
feel
not doing
like
anything they don't want.
Jamel,
Because if
you're
you have that
hiding
level of
something.
distrust
Like,
in
Deborah
That's
always
your
trust,
pops
yeah.
up
relationship,
on me
then
just
end it.
randomly, and I just find
End
that
it.
mad strange. Like, if it's not popping up on me, then it's checking my social activity.
I don't have
but
enough money to be
it's a bit
flying over to
controlling.
the
I don't
UK to be
understand
like,
it.
yo,
It's a
babes,
bit weird. Like,
this is not where you
I've got
said
a
you
life,
was.
and I think honestly, it
When I
just
get my
seems like she
private
hasn't
jet
got the
money,
time
sure.
to do other
I'm in the
things, apart from
kitchen.
just checking up on me.
How are the things going with the
Yo,
telephone?
babes, you said you were going to the toilet.
Telephone.
Do you want to tell her what happened this week, or
Oh man.
should
Ooh,
I?
something happened this week.
She's trying to control everything.
Let's
Okay,
hear it.
let's listen.
In regards to the phone situation, we're still having issues. Jamel still has his phone to his chest. This week,
Yeah,
Jamel
he's
has made a new
building
friend
his
called
profile.
Wait,
Christina.
listen.
Oh boy.
So he, Clubhouse friends, right? Yeah, so he said that they're Clubhouse friends. And for me, I've seen Christina messaging him this week, especially. She
Well, they
messaged
made
him,
friends this week, right?
at like 1 a.m. in the morning. And what made me, feel a bit uncomfortable and look into it is the fact that to read the message alone, he had to leave the room.
Wait, I left the room. I did not leave the room.
You did leave the room. What are you gonna say? What, you going to the toilet? That's the sort of cheeky thing that
That's what I was gonna say.
It's not that serious.
Yeah, that'd be obvious, but I wouldn't say I just left the room.
He's
It was
making
not
a sandwich
You
for
left the
himself
room to
at
read
1
the
a.m.
text message.
That's what you think.
Okay, so who's Christina?
Let's explain who Christina is. Christina, okay, yes, I met her off Clubhouse, correct. Cool. But we do something called Moderation TV. That's like a game show that we do on Clubhouse. It's pretty fun. She's one of the members on my team. And I've explained to Deborah, like, Christina's it's platonic, sorry. And we're just cool. Like, we talk about
We're
stuff
just friends.
regarding
Don't worry about
Clubhouse,
her.
how we're gonna run the show, what's next planned, what's planned after Clubhouse.
She has a
when
lot of
lockdown
distrust. There's
is
something
over
that
and stuff
happened
like
in her
that.
past
Are you
with
comfortable
her
with her contacting
situationships.
you at that time of
Yeah,
the
she said the last guy
To be fair,
was
I don't
very
really pay
like
attention
distrustful.
in terms of the time. I feel like with
And then Jamel over here came in and swooped her off, saved her ass at the end of that relationship.
When you just text me,
Baggage.
just text me, like, this is what it is.
She should have like taken a year out and just worked on herself. But she didn't.
I think defensive, definitely defensive. When I asked him about Christina, he
Well, I mean, if you're being a little bit too
automatically
attacking,
started yelling, started saying,
then
"Oh,
maybe.
you're always in my business." That's the sort of things that Jamel says to me when I ask about certain girls that I feel like are overstepping their boundaries. If it was if you guys are talking business, for me, it's 9 p.m. That's the last time any
You
contact.
can make money 24 hours a day. What's your business?
Regardless
Get
of
me,
the
babes.
fact,
Yeah,
I
the money don't
like
sleep,
the
so I
fact
won't
that she
sleep
messaged
either.
at 1 a.m. in the morning.
Does that
It's
Birkin
too
bag sleep?
comfortable. So
I'm getting
gonna
you that
ask
money,
again,
that Birkin bag
who
money.
is Christina?
I've just told you, Christina is just a friend.
What was that? She wore like a Gucci bucket hat or something, or a Fendi bucket hat.
Just look over.
Hey.
You say she's
Have you
just
met
a
Christina?
friend.
No, I've not met
Hey,
Christina.
So why is
you
it
say
so comfortable
she's
to
just a
message you and
friend.
call your phone?
Oh,
Clubhouse.
And then
baby,
why are you not comfortable
you.
to answer the phone calls in
You
front of me?
keep on talking to Christina.
I don't
At 1 a.m. in the morning.
answer the phone calls in front of me.
And you
Denise. We're
say
still
she's
having
just
issues.
from
Just a
Clubhouse.
friend.
Sometimes I actually just want to smash the phone.
Smash whose phone?
I just want to smash the phone because you don't come off your phone.
You smashed
It's a
the
problem.
phone. He
I
can't
find
go
it
on
very
Clubhouse. He
strange
can't talk to his
how
clients,
a woman
and
can
you
message
are not getting a
somebody
Fendi
that's
bucket
in a
hat.
relationship at 1
She
a.m. in
smashed
the
it?
morning. The
No,
last
she's
time I had
saying
a male
she
message
feels
me
like
quite late,
smashing his
maybe
phone.
like 11 p.m. Jamel almost turned over the room. So no, I don't want any female messaging him. No Christina, no Becky.
get my hair
Messaging
in
him
this
at 1 a.m. in the morning.
Well, it seems like the
Why don't you go message somebody at 1 a.m. in the morning then, I
How
guess?
did you get on with
Probably wouldn't go down very well.
what have you done for each other lately?
I think we're back
Listen.
with Paul.
Well,
Oh.
I mean, I haven't been home.
They've done it again.
So,
Like, I can only tell they've swapped
aside
by
from
looking
that,
at,
like you said,
Deborah's
I do
outfit
run
change.
in
No, sorry, not
bars
Deborah. Denise's outfit
parties
change.
and stuff and,
Okay,
you know,
okay.
if you
Let's
need
just listen.
work done.
Stop focusing on the transitions.
They suck. Change them if you're watching this video.
Wait,
Whoever
what
makes
did
this
he
stuff.
say?
What?
That's, I mean, lately.
You're talking too much.
As in, you know.
Oh, okay, wait, go back.
Last week.
You can
Rewind!
What have you done for each other lately?
let the video breathe, babe. Let the video breathe.
Well, I mean, I haven't been home. So, aside from that, like he said, I do run in baths and give him massages and stuff, and you know, help if he needs work done. Yeah.
Oh.
No more?
I mean, lately.
As in, you know, it doesn't have to be last week, it can be over the last month.
I mean, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Paul?
Ooh.
So, you know, if I could go back to the couples review that we have every 28 days, literally I make sure that all of her goals and targets, I face them head on. So
I knew he was gonna
sometimes if
bring
she
this up.
hasn't followed up on certain phone calls in terms of business that she's trying to chase, I'll be there, you know, babe, have you done this? Okay, can I make this call for you? And sometimes when she has shortfalls with some things that she's trying to pursue,
I like
whether it
that.
be business-wise, career-wise,
It's called a life
I'm there
manager.
to kind of say, okay, look, if that lane doesn't work, let me call someone I know, or let me try to.
I think I know
push
someone who's a
things in
life
my way,
manager.
in order. Is that a trade?
I
Great.
disagree with that.
Oh, snap.
Sorry?
I disagree with that a little bit.
Okay. So what do you disagree with?
Because I feel like, not to take it back to the negativity, but I mean, we are here to kind of air out issues, isn't it? I feel as though, with regards to work, if I'm doing something, as much as he is supportive, there's a current situation where I feel like you're being very unsupportive, and he's kind of being an enemy of progress, if that makes sense.
Oh, snap.
So I'm running a business, for
That's
example.
a church word.
I'm actually starting
An African church word.
business, isn't it?
Is this a new business?
Enemy of progress.
And I've got someone
Just
doing
a
my
piano.
website, and he's doing a fantastic job. We're halfway through. I've paid him fully, no refunds. And Paul liked it at first, and obviously now that he knows the guy, he no longer likes the work, and he kind of wants me to stop working with him with no explanation.
Paul,
What
explain.
is the reason that you're not happy now?
I've had a look at the site. This is my field, by the way. Personally, I feel like right now I make the best, right? Initially, Chom and I did have a
That took
discussion
forever.
about her business, what she wants to do.
This is weird as hell. This is strange to
At
me.
this point, it feels like
we
it's
were
like
good
grasping
before,
at straws
all of a sudden
now.
you have an issue with the person I
Maybe
want to
they
work with,
had their
the
issues,
person
not just
creating
making
my
up new
website,
ones. That's
the
what it
person
feels
that's
like.
going to help me put my business out there. Yeah, no, for me, I don't understand. We haven't had a discussion. He really doesn't want to tell me what the problem is. So I'm not going to just stop working with this guy. You have to
Also,
get
Paul,
over
if
it.
you're not giving your
I've
lady the
worked
attention,
with,
she
you
might
know,
get it
a number
elsewhere.
of different
Just
influencers,
think about
people
that.
She knows people that she doesn't know, and we've had
about
successful
it.
outcomes, which is why she's spoken to me about her business. Now, the only thing is, at the time when she approached me to deal with it, she wasn't fully prepared. And what I mean by that is,
He's
if
very
you
quiet
want,
now.
a website done, you can't really just work based off an idea.
Maybe
You
he
need
went
the
home
content,
and
you
watched the
need
video. I was like, you
pictures,
know what? I
you
need to
need
calm
the
down.
framework.
Which you could have helped me with.
No, 100%. But at the same time, that's something that you'd have to ask for. So you can't really ask for number 5 if you need number 1, 2, 3, 4. If you said, babe, can you help me with the idea? Can you help me with the photos? I've got connections with a lot of people that do all of these things. So I feel like I could definitely help Choma in this way better than the person that's currently helping her.
You're saying that now because you don't want me to work with this person. So I have spoken to Paul about it. I've asked for help many, many times.
But she wasn't
I don't know if
ready.
he thought I wasn't serious, but it was only until I went out to find someone myself.
I wonder what he
Found
looks
this
like.
fantastic guy. I have no complaints whatsoever. Yes, Paul does websites, but he's never offered once to help me.
At the end of the day, Choma knows what I do in terms of my
She
IT
could
business. It's well established. I have a
Well,
good
apparently
number
she
of
did ask,
very
but
decent,
he thought she
high
wasn't
net
ready.
worth clients.
Oh,
and
high
my
net
work
worth
is
clients.
quite professional. So for her to kind of go to another person, it kind of doesn't really make sense to me. Like, you have a whole partner in the house that's willing to do the most for you, but you're then going to another person. There's no excuse you can give me. You fucked up.
And what would
Wow.
be the reason that
Okay.
you think that he's not happy with this particular person?
I have no idea. I literally have no idea because we both liked the work, or we liked it at first. Now Paul doesn't like it. He thinks he can do a better job. I'm quite happy we're not working together because I feel like
Ego.
it will cause conflict in our relationship. So I'm good on this side, but he has tantrums almost every day with regards to me working with this guy.
Now, do you have a particular issue with the person, or is it just what you've just explained?
You know, at the end of the day, from a professional standpoint, the work is of a decent standard.
It's adequate. However,
It's not
the
my
person doing the work
style.
isn't actually that professional.
To who? I'm working with him. He's
he's an
very
amateur.
professional. He's never like.
Wait, let me
I'm
just
in
hear.
a professional relationship with this guy, and my work is fantastic.
Right, babe?
So.
She asked me the question, can I?
Can I
But you don't
answer?
work. How do you know him?
She asked me the question, can I answer the question?
No, but you're answering the question. Ideally, should be posed at me because
But
I
she
know
asked
this
me
guy.
the question, so can I answer the question?
Okay.
Am I right?
I did ask Paul whether he had a
Paul does not
particular
know this
issue.
guy. According to me, do you know him? You know him. How do you know
I
him?
don't know. You don't worry about that. But the point.
These guys
the point
are
I'm trying to
annoying me
get to
this
from
week.
a professional perspective, okay? You know, look. At the end of the day, if I asked you for advice about makeup, I'd kind of take your advice.
Okay, but I would always explain why I'm giving you a
That's not the
specific
point.
advice.
I'll take your advice.
No, that is the
because
point
you have
because
the
I'm.
experience and you have, you know, the network expertise. Does it
So in
make
other
sense?
words, you tell me what to do and I just do it.
Well, if I have the experience and the expertise, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
No.
he's right. He's
I'm
not
sorry,
wrong.
That doesn't run with me. If you want
So
me to
why
do
didn't he help her
something,
the
then
first time?
explain it properly.
It's a
As far as
pride
I'm
thing,
concerned, you're
or
probably jealous
he thinks there's
of the work
not
that
that
he's
too.
doing. Or you
Yeah,
don't want me to
essentially, he
finish
sort of
off this
put her on the
business.
back
I'd
burner,
love for you to finish the business.
and
Then who's
then
gonna do
she
my
found
website?
somebody else, and now he's jelly.
However,
He's jealous.
You know, with this
It
guy,
happens.
like,
Do you
Try to hold her
think
ransom.
that, this could be something to do with you both having different views on life in particular?
He's just a difficult person. Honestly, I'm tired of this shit. I'm so
okay,
sorry.
okay. Do you know what? Okay, let's do it like this. All right. Now with this guy, right? I've never
does
met
that a
him
lot.
before, but
Okay, let's do it like this.
We're here now. There's a lot happening. I think it kind of makes sense. So literally, this guy was a best friend to my ex.
Ah.
Right?
She
Best
doesn't
friend,
know
by the way.
this.
So
She
he was
doesn't know
saying,
this.
You know, Mr. Nice Guy, hey, I'll pick you up, I'll drop you off. You know, I'll do this for you, just as a friend. But then it turns out that once my ex and I have broken up, he was actually
Oh,
What?
the guy. He swooped
after,
her.
by the way. So, you know, if this same guy is then
Yep.
trying to follow my
This
tracks,
sounds
trying to
manufactured,
keep up,
but fine,
I
whatever.
don't think I'd want to see a deja vu anytime
That's a
soon.
sad story. Thing is, I feel like it says a lot about your ex than it does the guy.
Okay,
So
whatever.
don't compare
So
me.
you want to defend him?
I'm not defend. I don't know him like that. What I'm trying to say is, if that's what you've been hiding from me, it's too late now, babe. We're
Yeah.
past halfway. I've
If
fully
this
paid
was
him.
an
So that means
actual
he has to stay
problem,
on.
you
if
say
you said
it.
this at the beginning, fair
Uh-huh.
enough. He's gotten his money. We're halfway through. He understands my vision. I'm sorry. It's late now.
You don't
If that's
hide
the
something
reason,
like that.
you
Say it
should
right
have told me
away.
before.
All this time, you knew who was making my website.
Okay, you know what? Let me
Let
pretend
me know,
like
didn't wanna bring
this
me
is
in on
actually
how
real.
you
It sounds a
Anyway,
bit
I don't give a shit.
phony
I
to
don't
me,
give
but
two
okay.
fucks because that's
If
his
that was the
history.
case, then yes,
He's
you should have
kind
told
of
her
imposing that on
from
me
the
right
get-go.
now. You didn't want to tell me before, so kind of keep it, deal with it, because it's too
My
late. At the
hands
end of the day,
hurt.
like, I've paid this guy. He has my money. And he's
I'm
gonna
only
make
on
my
number
website.
3.
This guy probably has a crush on you. Like, he keeps following you and your girls, but I
Oh,
would never
snap.
step out on you. He's been professional with me, and that's how I'm gonna keep it. Because that's ridiculous. Imagine that. You're just telling me now.
I mean, Paul, if you don't want to
telling me,
have sex with her, maybe your homeboy can.
But as a
Oh,
result of what
dear.
you've just said,
I'm not changing.
Can you understand that he may
I'm
feel
sorry,
a bit
Paul.
uncomfortable?
I can now, but it's too late. He could have expressed that before. This is your problem.
I mean, Paul
So now
has
that you've
facts and
expressed
figures
it when
and
my
money.
website is
You
almost
just
finished,
reimburse her.
I should now leave the guy.
Well, if I make websites and I can make it.
I don't want you to make my website. I've been asking you for 3 years. You've been knowing about this. You've never offered once. Now that I've finally done it, you want to offer because this guy was sleeping or dating your ex, whatever the situation is. I don't care about that, babe. I won't sleep with him. So if that's your worry, leave it. It's fine. We're not gonna do that.
Do you think you can put this
So
bit
she
down?
basically sounds like
Please.
she's mad at him, but she's still willing to fix this because he said that.
Do you think it should be?
This is gonna be an
We spoke
awkward
in a
meeting
previous,
on Monday when they get
session
back
about trust
and talk to the guy who's making the website.
scenarios.
So you
And I think
slept
both
with
agree
my
that you do
boyfriend's
trust
ex.
each other. Taking that mindset on board, trusting Shoma to do the right thing, there shouldn't be an issue.
Obviously, I'm not insecure. Like, come on, look at me. But at the same time, you know, with the guy, like when you know, there's those slimy type of guys. You know those guys, those boys.
Slime
if you know,
balls.
you know. And he's one of those guys. Whether he sees this or not, he knows that we know who he is. And a person like that, to be fair, you need to keep them away from your partner.
You should have made the website earlier, Paul.
Is where we are right now. We're trying to work on our own thing. We don't need that type of energy around us.
I don't like the fact that Christina feels like
Nice
it's appropriate
transition.
to message you at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning, and that suggests to me that it's not a platonic friendship. Does Christina? Hold on. Does
Wait,
Not
we're not
necessarily.
Gonna do that. Wait, when your friend needed you at
If
1,
she's up, she's up, you know what I mean?
Did you go and buck him on my lion?
that's a different situation?
How? It's pretty similar. I was talking about
That's my boy best friend.
Fam, we're talking about
Oh.
times, right?
Christina is a new person. You know Jason.
Wait, it's not in real life. It's an app.
Listen.
Fam, it's not like
Wait,
we're
hold
going
on.
seeing
Hold
the
on.
girl like, rah, like, what's going on?
Okay, now you're.
One at a time, please.
Okay, so he is addressing a situation whereby my boy best friend, who he knows very well, Jason, called me at 1 a.m. in the
Boy,
morning.
best friend. Alright.
I went over to his house. Jamel seemed to have an issue with that, but it's not the same.
Wait,
you met Christina off Clubhouse. You don't know anything about Christina. Why is she
I'm not
messaging
going
you?
to meet Christina though.
Okay, the fact is you're too comfortable. Does Christina
I
even
go
know you
with
have a
my
girlfriend?
girlfriend.
Everyone knows I've got a girlfriend. Like, what's your issue?
Oh, yeah? Christina knows.
What do you think
So
if
she's
your
even more
boy best
disrespectful
friend
to have
needs
a
you at
word
1 a.m. in the morning?
Gosh.
What you gonna do?
I'm sleeping.
Christina messaged me
Not
at
my man.
whatever time it was. Like, that's not my thing. She's messaging me. Like, I can't fault her. Like, she works better at night. I don't know, bro. But for me personally, like,
Unless they're
should be
dying,
no issue. Deborah should have no
then-
issue. I'm not responding.
Well, I mean, if they're dying, what are you gonna
How
do?
long
Call the
have
police
you been
or the
aware
ambulance or
of
something? I don't
this
know.
Christina
I'll call to
being
see what's
around?
up.
I would say ever since he downloaded the app.
Yo, you
What?
dying?
Wait, you've not even been on the app for like what, over a month?
Yeah,
What are you
I need you to come
I
over.
haven't seen Christina's name
Help.
pop up.
To your
on my
crib?
phone or on Clubhouse?
Yeah.
I don't keep up with you on Clubhouse.
I hope your
So
guy-
don't really
your
care
man won't
about what you
mind.
do on
Wait,
Clubhouse.
don't lie.
I don't like that app, so I don't really care what you do
But you
on
constantly,
Clubhouse.
you constantly spy on my activity on social
However,
media.
I've seen Christina popping up probably for, let's be, do you want me to be specific?
Yeah, go on, might as well.
I've seen Christina pop up for about 3 months now. I've been seeing Christina's name.
But you said
Yes,
you
why
said
are you
that they made up.
confused?
They were friends a week ago.
No, 3
Okay,
months,
whatever.
Denise. That's the answer to your question.
And as far as you're aware, he hasn't actually.
Earlier, she
Christina
claimed that they
in real
made
life.
friends
The thing is,
a
I
week
don't really care
ago.
whether he's met or not. The point is, you're messaging her. I mean, she's
But
messaging you.
I guess maybe
at
she had her eye on her.
times. If it's not
Maybe she
Christina,
knows like
then
his
it's
type
Becky.
or whatever.
If it's not Becky,
So she like
then it's
finds them
another
and
client. Like,
monitors them.
girls, all the time. I'm always having issues with Jamel, his phone, and girls combined. And Clubhouse, sorry, let's add that.
But the other people that she's just spoken about, they're all part of your business?
Clientele. Like, same clientele that makes money, that pays for her stuff. I don't get. Like, what is your issue with
Such a complicated
Alright,
issue.
cool. I'm gonna ask you this.
Go on.
I can't get this.
When Christina messaged you at 1 a.m. in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
what did she say?
Talking about our next show. You asked me a question and didn't start about it.
So
Show the
she said I
phone.
couldn't wait till the next day.
Show her the phone.
I should have responded
Show
next
her
day,
the
or she
DM.
could have messaged me out. Listen, I have no control over messaging
David,
me at
you're
1 a.m. That's not
problematic.
my business. She messaged
Hey,
me.
I
What
mean,
can
like,
do?
if you're in line, show the proof.
What did you and
I do
Christina
it.
discuss at 1 a.m.?
Oh my days. Did I just tell you? I did not stutter. I was talking about the show.
Okay, let me see the text. I want to see the text.
I have a question
Alright.
for you,
I
Jamal.
ain't gonna see my phone.
Put your money where your mouth is, Jamal.
It's true, you can't decide on somebody else contacting you.
I can't do
But
this.
you can make a decision as to whether or not you reply.
You want to respond?
So with that thought in your mind, was it the right thing to do, replying at that time of night?
Personally, I have no issue replying at 3 a.m. in the morning for anybody. I'll mind. But
It doesn't really matter about
I don't
the
mind
time.
showing
I'm
in
just
case
messaging back.
my girlfriend
Yes, I'm
is
so sorry,
worried
but for me, it's
that I'm chatting to other things out here.
Anyone's understanding.
I ain't
it.
worried about
The
none.
question is,
That's right.
why is
Because
she
I'm the one talking to you at
comfortable
3 a.m.
to message him at 1 a.m. Whether he's replying or
Exactly.
not, I don't like the fact that when I'm chilling with Jamel, another girl who I don't know
I lied.
is messaging
I go to bed
phone.
at 10 p.m. every
That
night.
is the problem. And that's why I've asked to see the text message, because I
That's
don't
3 a.m.
believe
for
it's a
me.
platonic friendship, full stop.
And just explain how that makes you feel to Jamal when somebody does that.
Well, I think it makes you seem untrustworthy. It makes you seem shady. It makes it seem like you're doing something that you shouldn't.
But how does it make you feel?
It makes me feel annoyed. It makes me feel like he doesn't respect me as his girlfriend.
Be honest.
It makes me feel
If
like,
I had a girlfriend like Deborah,
you know, I don't have a partner.
If I had
that
to stay
can
with her, I
trust.
just ignore her.
And that's actually not right. If
I
Jamel
just
was
ignore
to
her.
ask to look through my
For the
phone,
majority of
I'll
the
give
time.
it to him without hesitation. Because
You
there's
have a
nothing on
silent
there that I
girlfriend.
need to hide. But when it's the other way round, Jamel is always shaking.
At
Sometimes.
times.
It's actually a problem.
Listen, I'm
Sometimes.
not gonna go basing your hypothesis, this, that, and that. Listen,
Whatever.
concrete evidence. I'm telling you right
When
now.
I'm
Listen,
focused, I'm
varies.
Concrete evidence,
focused.
I want to look through your phone.
listen,
Are
forget
you
about this.
happy to let her see your phone?
It's my
No.
property. I have no reason to give her my phone.
What things
Jamel,
there?
right here, right now,
Nudes.
we're actually going to look through your phone today. Like, Denise,
Wait,
I'm going to... No, hold
No.
Oh,
on,
snap.
hold on. I'm
She's
gonna
doing
get out
that
my phone.
show on
man.
YouTube where like couples look at each other's phones.
Not this thing.
what are you doing?
No, because today...
Just put away your phone, like,
no.
what are you doing?
Jamel,
Oh,
hold
snap.
on, because I've actually had enough of this now. We're actually going to look through your phone today, because you just do too much.
Put your
Denise,
phone
I'm
back
going to
in
put
your
my
bag.
phone here.
Gosh.
Woo. Do the same. Jamel, do the same.
Oh, Jamel's hiding
Listen,
something.
it's very
I don't know what it is though.
simple.
Like
If you
it
have
could be one of
nothing
two
to
things.
hide, place
It could be
your
like
phone on the
maybe
table
financial
and we can
things,
all look at it
or he's got news on his
together.
phone.
That's just it. If you have nothing to hide, if you're not hiding anything, if you
It's
say
true,
you are
though.
where you
If
are,
you have
say
nothing to
you're
hide.
training or doing what you're doing, let's all look at your
It could
phone
be
together.
money
Me,
he's
you,
hiding
Denise.
potentially.
Let's go.
But
Jamal, are you willing to put your phone there?
She can do that.
He's not. And that's why you haven't even reached for your phone in your pocket.
Why should I reach
Put
for
your
my
phone on the table. You're actually
Denise?
pissing me off now.
You're not gonna emasculate me in front of the cameras. Wait, putting my phone on the table. I don't know what man is gonna even do that. Like you're just asking for too much. Like trying to embarrass me in front of the cameras. What are you doing? What you want? I'm gonna be honest.
I need to see the last 3 text
Pause.
messages in your
oh,
phone. And you
okay. What happened?
If you go back, they forgot to put in. They just had the green screen. They forgot the effect.
Wait, how did I miss that?
I know.
I need to see the last.
In front of the cameras. What are you doing?
Oh snap!
What you
Okay.
want? I'm gonna be honest.
I don't even know how I
I
missed
need
that.
to see the last 3 text messages in your phone.
You can tell
Production
they're
is slipping in episode 5.
they're rushing to
you're not
push
gonna bring out
everything
your
out
phone?
because of the hype.
So you're not going to bring out your phone? Okay, Denise, I'm so sorry, but I can't do this because it's getting too much now. Getting too much now.
People love walking away. It's like at first the guys are the ones walking away. Now the girls are walking away when they get angry.
Okay, I'm actually tired of this session now. Like, I thought we were gonna do things differently. Bring out your phone at home, you can't bring it out. I'm now asking you to bring it out in the session. If you've got nothing to hide, then show me. I'm tired, so I'm leaving.
He
This
might
is
have
wasting my
something
time.
to hide,
Clearly,
but it
Jamal doesn't
may
wanna
not be
speak
what
to
you
the
think
therapist
he's
or
hiding.
Get through things.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing it anymore.
Okay, Jamal, it's obviously a very serious
Just get a burner phone and give her that.
Yeah, I guess so. I think that was just a bit childish. I feel like she's just kind of blowing.
Put it this way, how would you feel if
Probably
you
the
weren't
same.
able to access her phone at any time and look at what she's got on her phone?
But that's the thing. I don't feel like I even have to be in that situation.
Jamal, this obviously is a huge problem for Deborah. And you couldn't find it in yourself to let her see those messages.
Nah, I feel like it's a bit too much. Like just even stuff like that.
I was talking
like,
crazy in the DMs.
Forcing me to
Sure
put
is
my
to see
phone on
that.
the table to satisfy.
Oh no.
That shouldn't be necessary.
How do you feel about the way she's reacting to Christina?
A little bit over the top. Like I've explained to her that there's nothing to actually worry about.
I might be reading this wrong, but your body language kind
He
of says
seemed-
to me that you're worrying about something yourself.
He just seems sadder.
I wouldn't.
that a gray hair on his mustache?
You never noticed that?
I mean, you do know that.
No.
You know, I'm
She's stressing
not
him
on
out.
anyone's side. I'm just here.
I definitely get that. I just feel like moments like this is almost like make and break.
27. Why does he go gray? Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter.
I just don't know how she might
gray hair early.
react to what I have to say to her.
What's she going to react to?
I want to break up with you.
I mean, unfortunately, I co-sign it right now.
Involved with this Christina.
Christina's not a problem. Like, I've never met Christina. Christina's just a friend. Like,
But you're her sister.
communicate obviously over the phone and through Clubhouse, but never.
But you're Deborah's sister. I mean,
So you've
she
got
bad.
nothing to worry
She bad,
about.
bad.
David, you're so annoying.
What's he? I don't know. What's he gonna say?
Or have you?
Oh snap!
Okay,
Oh snap!
look. I trust Choma. However, I feel like her views on certain things, differ from mine, right?
Okay. Okay. We have differing
Let me
views on
give
some
you
things.
An example, right?
No, we agree on everything
When Choma and I
100%.
first started seeing each other, you know,
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I'm not doing
you're not
that.
doing what?
We're not having
Let's kill your conscience.
No, because
That's
I'm,
toxic. You know
I'm
that's
so
toxic.
bored of this conversation, babe. What are you talking about? This is ridiculous. What are you on about? Are you literally about to narrate the whole thing to her?
It's a 1 minute story.
Let him have
Go
his
ahead.
voice.
This is so embarrassing. Because
I mean,
anyway,
Choma,
there's no need to be
you have no leg to stand on when it comes to
So,
embarrassment.
Paul, if you-
You've exposed my homeboy's entire life on the show.
There's no talking.
I know. We know more about
So
Paul
before
than we do
coming here,
about
myself
Chioma.
and Paul decided not to bring up certain things because, of course, we don't want to put all of our relationship issues out there.
You did.
Sorry,
Bringing up
Choma.
something,
You started this.
Talk about things that we've
You'd be like
done.
4-0 right now.
Going back to, you know, when we first met and how we first started. I feel like he's hurt, of course, and he's trying to hurt me back.
Look, let me break this down, right? Okay.
It's
we
like this,
started,
okay?
Seeing each other, you know, butterflies, birds, whistles, bees, cool.
Yo,
At
the way
this
this guy
time,
talks.
right, we weren't active. However, we were pillow talking and we were dating, going out, eating and stuff. And we were basically having conversations to kind of say to each other, okay, do you know what? This is what we both want. We're both on the same page. We're both on the same frequency, you know? You know when you're in that mode and you know that this person's going to be yours, okay? Now, it turns out that later on, I realized that during that time, she was active with someone else.
Yes. I was sleeping with someone else, okay? What's the problem?
Was this a boyfriend?
This was an ex, so let me explain the situation to you because he is just clearly confused. When I met Paul, I had an ex whom I was sleeping with because I wasn't prepared and ready to sleep with Paul, okay? I think a lot of women do this. We date many people and we stay in our comfort zone until we're ready to leave. I, for one, never stepped out on Paul. Does that make sense? When we were talking, only until we started dating exclusively did I stop sleeping with this person. So, and we're not even boyfriend and girlfriend. So we
Yeah,
decided,
sorry,
okay,
that
I'm
would
gonna
put me
take you
off.
serious, you're going to take me serious. Then I
Yes.
cut him off. But before
Pause
that,
it.
yes, I was.
Talk about
That
it.
put me off. That put me off personally. Like, I don't know. This could be like a deeper conversation, right? But I remember one time, like a dude I was with asked me like, do I care about like body counts for women and stuff? I was like, I don't know if I like really like care, depending on like what happened in their past, right? But if we're like, I don't know, like in the conversational stages and we're going on dates and they're still sleeping with somebody else during that time, if I found that out, I wouldn't be comfortable with that. I just have to like back away because it's like a little bit too like. It's a little bit too
Too close?
I find that yes, it's too close, but I find that a bit odd because personally I wouldn't do that. So I have that same standard for somebody else. Essentially, that's my beef with that. So I can understand why like Paul might have an issue with that. But I'm surprised he still went ahead and dated her afterwards. But you know, people have different standards.
I will say that there's a lot of people that serial date before they actually settle down. And that could mean people would, while, say I'm talking to you, I could be talking to someone at the side, but people call that dating. I personally don't call that dating. I call that having fun, just hooking up. Like, if I'm going to date someone, my time and effort is on that one person. I'm not talking to someone or sleeping with someone on the side. So people have their own definitions of dating, but I think this is where me and you are always like on the same page. Like, I don't believe in that. You don't believe in that. So ping. Carry on, boyfriend.
Let me get toxic for a second.
You want to get toxic? Okay.
So you're telling me, right, that when they were dating, when they were going out on dates, and when Paul was probably paying for all that food, she was going somewhere else and sleeping with somebody else and not giving Paul no action?
That's what some women do. That's what women do.
Yuck. Yuck.
Yeah. I don't, what is it? Subscribe to that, but
I'm done being toxic.
So people do. Well, that's your preference, right? So.
But just commentating, I think that's nasty. Anyway, carry on, Choma. Any more to add before I play the video again, or just carry on and play?
I could see how Paul is hurt because he probably, in his mind, he was probably like focused on her 100% and thinking, wow, this girl like really likes me and everything. But like, when he's kissing you at the door goodbye, you're probably going to your ex to be like, hey, that's hurtful. And if you actually think about it, that's not the type of behavior to have, but that's not me, right?
I guess at the time, Paul wasn't very confident in himself because he was a little bit chunky. And so he then had to go on the journey.
Yeah. I forgot this was when Paul was chunky and figuring his life out. But now he's a high-value man.
To become a high-value man.
And now he's like, yo, Choma, you better keep up. Before I catch the next train. But no,
that appears to be where things are going.
No, but he does love her. It's weird, but like, they love each other, but they have problems they need to figure out. That's usually how it goes.
But the thing I'm seeing here is that there's no resolution ever. It's just like more problems keep getting piled on each episode, and are they ever gonna get to a point where they're gonna address every individual issue that they've had over the last 5 episodes? I don't think so. So that's where it's like getting a little bit weird for me. Because if all you have is problems and no solutions, then what's the point of carrying on? Unless you want a problem-filled relationship, which some people like thrive in, to be fair. But me personally, that's not me.
For excitement. Oh, he's so boring. He treats me really nice. He treats me really well. He cares about me. He supports me. He doesn't make me feel insecure. This is so boring.
Let's just go skydiving for excitement.
Bungee jumping, please.
Same difference. Anyway, carrying on.
Was having sex. Okay. What's the issue? I'm never going to apologize for that because I did nothing wrong.
Okay.
Take it there.
We are taking it there. It's not my fault he fell in love before I fell in love. We met and he feels like I should just drop everyone because of you. I didn't even know you then properly. What do you do when you pillow talk? You get to know people, right? That's what you and I were doing. And when I had concluded on Paul, I dropped everyone else off. I dropped this guy that we're talking about.
So were they going on
still
dates
talking about
yet?
3 years on.
I have no idea.
This is embarrassing.
He said they were.
I've never stepped out on him.
One is saying they were dating. One is saying they were just talking on the phone.
I'm going to sleep with this. What's his name?
That's two different things.
Whoever's doing my website, then you're insulting me. As far as I'm concerned, this is an insult.
Okay. All right.
Paul's thinking, how am I going to talk around this? So.
Tell me, Paul, this scenario that's just come up and the website, gentlemen, is this evoking those feelings of vulnerability that you felt when you found out that Shoma was sleeping with her ex when you first met?
I never said I was vulnerable.
So why do you keep bringing it up?
No, it's a topic
Why
of
is it affecting you? No, it's not. It's irrelevant. No one asked you to go back there. You brought up a situation that happened when we met, not even when we started dating.
So what,
when we met.
Do you really want to do this?
I'm doing it. What are you talking about? I'm having this conversation.
I'm ready to be open. I was sleeping with my ex when I met Paul. When we started dating, that situation had been locked off. So tell me
that's
where there
different.
was a
That's
there was a
different.
mix and where I cheated on him or stepped out on him.
I'll tell you.
All right, well, Paul wasn't clear.
Denise, you for example, right? Let's say you meet a guy, right? Talking to the guy, going out for drinks, going out to eat.
But he's saying it again.
Space, right? Okay. You both like each other. You're both seeing each other over a period of time, but you're not active with the person. No reason. Within that time, do you plan to be active with another person? And if you are active with another person, is that in any way beneficial to what you're trying to do?
I really don't think you can put me in this equation.
I'm not putting you in, it's just an example.
Because the way I run my life is irrelevant to...
I know, but I'm just, out of curiosity, just together.
Paul, babe, I didn't know you. Now we can discuss those if something like that comes, you have every right to be upset. Then you were a stranger to me. Yes, you were a stranger to me.
A chunky
we were
stranger.
getting to know each other. I didn't know you. I had no loyalties to you. Yeah, that's just what it is.
Do you think that one of you might have fallen for the other one before?
Love at first sight. This one was head over heels before I even decided to take him seriously, clearly. Because that's what it is, babe. Okay. How can you take me serious on the first date? What the hell?
Paul got some money, got fit. Now it's moving different.
I know what's happening here. Basically, this is what happens, and this is what I get for being the nice guy.
Boy,
so just to break that down.
Talked around in circles again.
8 years from now, I'm going to be 40, right?
Damn.
There's certain things that I'd
32.
like to have in place. There's certain things that I already have.
Quick maths.
But things that I want to have in place. Stability, relationship-wise, marriage, kids, all the good stuff. I believe Choma can give that to me. But at the same time, with the mentality that she has right now,
What mentality?
I don't know if that's
Don't
in
even
line
do that.
with where we're actually supposed to be
Well,
going.
that's your loss. If you don't plan on marrying me, I don't know who the hell's gonna put up with you.
So I feel like
somebody will.
If a girl,
Someone will.
is serious about a
Either
relationship.
either way, they're good or bad. Someone's
and
gonna
she
get
wants to
somebody
have
else.
a long-term partner. If she has focus in her life, she will focus on one man. If you're speaking to multiple guys, then you're not focused. If you take yourself seriously, you put all of your energy.
She's not
into
speaking
the
to
right
multiple guys.
place,
He's just
you
jealous
pray also,
that
and you
the
move forward.
computer guy's
It's
helping
as
her.
simple as that.
Actually, it's a really good point that maybe at this time you should both talk about what your ultimate goals for each other or with each other
Well, they
are.
both want to have kids.
I mean, he's just mentioned marriage, children, lifelong partner. Is that how you see the future?
I suggested therapy. I know that we've got a lot of issues that we need to work on, and if we don't get help, this is going to fall apart. So, of course, I want this to last. Of course, I want to work things out with Paul. Do I love Paul? Yes. Do I feel as though he loves me? Yes, but there's a lot of work that can still be done. I see a future with him. But if you don't see a future with me because my mindset is
I never
off,
said that. Of course I see a future with you.
okay, then we have nothing to discuss then.
And we don't need to be here then.
Leave that in the... No, we do, because we have a lot of things we need to solve. But leave that situation in the past. Like, I don't want to hear about it anymore. I'm not apologizing to you because I did nothing wrong. So leave it in the past.
You bad.
But can I just remind everybody that relationships are hard work. If it was easy, you wouldn't see people getting divorced. To make a relationship work,
A whole
takes
other
commitment,
person.
time, thought, and energy.
Right, David?
It just doesn't
I'm
happen.
easy.
Very few
Not easy like that.
relationships that are without
Shut up.
issues. And that's because people
Oh yeah.
work through
You really.
and if you're both prepared to
I'm
work
not problematic
together,
at all.
then you could have
yeah, neither
a
am I,
great
right?
future. But you have to try and be on the same page, at least.
Okay, well, I'm willing to do that at the end of the
That's
day.
a yes.
For me, it's not. It's just, I just need
You
him
ain't
to hear
problematic.
what I'm saying. That's literally my issue with him,
Most times,
that
no.
He doesn't listen, or he finds what I'm
Sometimes, yes.
saying. He looks at it as nonsense. I'm willing to work things out, Paul. Paul gives me headache.
Are you willing to work towards a joint goal?
I'm here.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, well, let's hope so.
Okay, I'm just going to suggest that we just take a 5-10 minute break,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll come back
Episode
in and review
6.
some of the things
Oh,
that we
boy.
have spoken about. All right? Is that okay with you?
Yeah, sure.
The conversation between Paul and Shoma in terms of was kind of stiff. It wasn't very exciting.
I finally asked him, I put him on the spot and I was like, okay, cool, let's tell, like, Denise is the therapist that we're speaking to. I said, okay, cool, let's tell Denise, let's in front of Denise, both of us, let's just, like, show each other our phones. This guy was like, no, I'm not showing you your phone, I'm not showing my phone. He's actually taking the piss out of my
She's
life.
calling that best
Like,
friend.
I
She
don't get why
compares
he called
herself
me
to a
here.
best.
Oh,
You
God.
therapy, you just have
That's
to
a
ask
throwback.
questions. Do you get what I mean?
I didn't even finish my hair.
He's actually acting really dumb. I can't deal.
You
I feel
tried.
like leaving. I actually stormed out. Can you imagine?
It looks great so far.
Yeah, because it's like, you're actually embarrassing me. So yeah, I stormed out and now I'm just like downstairs, chilling.
Number 1
I don't know if
fan.
I'm gonna go back up because I'm actually genuinely pissed off.
My days. See, Deborah, you don't need this headache, you know.
I actually don't. He's actually annoying.
Seriously, like this headache.
So childish, honestly.
I told you not to do it. You shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, I know, you're right, you know. You're actually right.
You're right, you
I
know.
don't know, whatever, like, it is
I
what
can't
it
think
is,
for myself, you know, you're right.
If it was me and Marquise, we wouldn't have told each other to put out the phone on the table.
Denise, it made me realize that I was just
And then she's gonna be like, Jamal, you know
messing
what?
up with Deborah, and
Thing
the
and
fact that
Marquise
she's talking
didn't put their
Christina
phones on the
and
table, so therefore
other
we
girls,
should
I
not put our
guess,
phones on the table.
allowed me to kind of just be distracted and defend myself. But that's not the real reason why I brought her here today. Yeah, Christina's nothing to worry about. That's
keep saying that, dog.
But I almost feel like I'm thinking about what I'm going to say to Deborah.
Well, don't worry about what you're going to say to Deborah at the moment. Worry about, just get it off your chest. Just, you know, something.
How much more is left?
I'm all ears.
So we have 4 minutes. Well, less than 4 minutes.
What if they break up?
I'm not saying that she's too hard to like maintain and deal with.
That's fine.
Yeah, as I was saying, Christina isn't the one to worry about.
So if Christina isn't the one to worry about,
there's somebody.
Is there somebody to worry about? It's a simple answer, yes or no.
If I'm gonna have to be honest with myself, yeah, Christina isn't the one to worry about, as I mentioned. But
Get to it.
Someone that Deborah actually knows, crazy enough.
The sister! The sister!
I've met,
Plot twist, her best friend.
Your ex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
His ex.
So what happened?
The one she trained?
Ooh. I
The
didn't know which
minute
ex.
you get it off your chest, it's a step in
Denise
the right
wants the
direction.
tea. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her.
I
Step
guess,
back.
I
Like,
guess that's
ooh.
pretty much why I feel so guilty when I speak to Deborah. I'm not able to translate particular things because I'm holding it on my chest.
And what exactly happened? You haven't said.
Yeah, me and my ex. Obviously, Deborah knows me and my ex. We train together. Like,
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah.
And she was worried about the ex.
Normally, it's virtual. But there must have been a time where we decided to change up a little bit. Where we met face to face. I guess after
Some cardio.
the session,
Know what I mean?
things felt a bit
High intensity.
David, I'm listening.
like, yeah.
Wait till the point
And you
drops.
took things further?
Yeah, we had a conversation in the car for about, give or take 4
In the-
hours or so.
In the car. A lot of things could happen in the car.
We spent about 30 minutes
Let me
talking.
put it this way. Whatever happened in that car, would you be comfortable with Deborah doing the same thing with somebody else in a car?
If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. Right, David?
No.
That's right.
I think the best question for me to ask now is, are you prepared to tell Deborah today
Oh,
about
Deborah gonna
this
leave.
scenario?
Oh, she's gonna be like, well, actually, that's fine.
Do you know how she
Because I've been
decided
cheating
a few
too.
seconds ago, thinking about a particular person. Like, I think this will definitely break her if I told her it was
I say
my
she's your ex for a reason.
especially her trust in the fact that we trained
After
together,
this,
I trained her.
Deborah's not gonna trust nobody.
And do you know how it kind of hits when it's somebody that...
Once you're damaged and then
in the
someone
past.
burns you again,
But I think she'd
it's hard to come
respect the
back.
fact that you're actually being honest with yourself and with her.
She's not damaged. I would never want to call anyone damaged, but like once
Shall we
someone
get her back in?
hurts you, like once you're broken like that, and then he basically did the same thing again. Oh man.
Yeah,
David,
fucked
please,
up, man.
Please.
And I don't know how me and Deborah...
Don't do it.
Don't worry it. I
recover from
don't have
this,
an X in it.
Mina and
So
Deborah,
you're fine right now, you get me?
like how much we've kind of been through our whole relationship.
Yeah.
It's been great, but there
I don't know, let me see your phone.
Sloped. I don't know how we're going to recover from this.
It's charging.
Yeah, eh?
Ooh, next episode is the final episode.
Thank God, I'm tired of this show, to be honest.
Well,
hello, people.
Well,
wait, hold on.
Well, at least Deborah was and Jamal were exciting. Paul and Choma, like I said from the beginning, I personally don't see a resolution to Deborah and Jamal's problem. But I thought maybe Paul and Choma from episode 1 could work it out, and it seems to be holding true. I don't think episode 6 is going to be particularly great for Deborah and Jamal, but we'll see. Take it away.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed Bae Reacts. Bae always reacts and has things to say. I'm just here doing my thing. Guys, give us some recommendations of shows to watch. But if not, we'll figure it out.
Please.
We'll figure it out on our own. Oh, I smell chicken. It just went straight up my nose.
People,
anyway.
my girlfriend's getting hungry, so let's wrap this up real quick.
Anyways, thank you. We'll see you in the finale. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, let's predict. Okay, so Deborah is gonna leave Jamal. Jamal's gonna leave Deborah. I don't know. On Instagram, I saw Paul with another woman, and everybody was like, "Oh snap!" in a car. So I don't know. I don't know if they survived.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure it's just his sister.
That ain't his sister.
Why not?
Because they don't look alike at all.
Fine. I think I want to predict that Deborah's gonna come in there and say, "Well, you know what, Jamal? It's okay, because I've also been seeing my ex," and then it's gonna be a whole like drama-filled battle between the two of them. But yeah, I don't think at the end they're gonna reconcile. But I'm happy to be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong.
I kind of hope that outcome comes because I'm gonna be like, "Oh snap." Okay, anyways, bye guys. Thank you for watching. See you later. Peace out. I didn't finish my hair. Maybe you'll see it the next episode.